Alright, so here we are back at the pile of logs. I'm going to show you how we do the peeling thing. First off, make sure you have some good work gloves. Make sure you get your work slippers on. And grab your old peeling spud. Makes it a lot easier if there's already something like this. Yeah, you can get the peeling spud in there, peel it off. Now, probably wondering, like, why would you peel? Maybe somebody wonders why you would peel the logs instead of just leave them natural. Well, because if you leave them natural, underneath the bark is where all the good stuff happens. All the rot starts. These get like a weird kind of a mildew. This isn't too bad. These are super easy to peel. I don't really need to work very hard. Just set the blade on there and just kind of let it slide across dude's thing. And get over here on the edges and you get underneath the bark and you just keep, not too much work. My folks, they built a cabin in the woods and their logs were quite a bit larger than this. I'd say probably twice as big. I think most of them were 12 inches in diameter, thereabouts. And they were a different type of wood. And sometimes they peel good, and other times you'd have to use what's called a draw knife, which is like a curved knife with a couple handles. Set it perpendicular on either end, and you'd sit across the wood. You'd straddle it and use the draw knife and draw it towards you, pull it towards yourself, and scrape off that hard to get stuff. I could tell this one's gonna be a pretty easy peel. Not a whole lot of real physical labor involved. Oops. I keep it this way, it works a little bit better. This cuts the little knots off. These trees are kind of interesting. When they get to be a certain size, they sort of look like they're almost muscled. Instead of being round, they kind of get a little lumpy, like a bodybuilder's arms or something like that. That's what it always makes me think of. And they roll over real easy. They roll over fine in the dirt, but it's nice to have them up off the ground. See, all the shavings can go on the ground underneath them, and it doesn't. And then when they're off the ground, they won't rot. If you leave them on the ground, you have to roll them over every once in a while, because the ground will literally try to eat them almost. The bugs, stuff like that. See that? It just gets in there and pries it open. I know, quite satisfying. Maybe I should put on this thing and just do a really quiet log peel. I won't make any noises or try to make any grunting noises. I'll just scrape away until the log's completely peeled. And that's something people would like to watch. I guess there's a lot of weird stuff on YouTube. People watch some very strange things. My daughter's actually introduced me to some really bizarre stuff. Anyhow, moving on. So what you do is you just kind of scrape the crust off, as it were, and and scrape it off of there, and then when you get done doing a side or an end or however you're doing it, I find it a little easier just to get one whole side done and then just kind of work your way around. I don't have any blocks in here to keep stuff rolling around, so just kind of nice and easy. Oh, there's a little knot. Isn't this exciting, folks? Oh, memories. Memories. I feel like the peeling spud that we had as a kid was a little bit different than this. Not a lot. I feel like it was curved or something. Something was different about it. That's usually the hardest spots, is around where the branches were. Generally, I think you have to let wood sit out for a season before to get seasoned, as it were, so that they're easier to peel. These trees I think are the ones that have been like down, but not really down. You know, they were off the ground, and I don't think they were growing much. Although these things will actually grow right out of their dead roots. It's a very adaptive tree. All right, what do you think? Doesn't look too bad. All right. We got a little bit down here at the end. Yeah, I feel like I'm getting a break here. When I was a kid, man, some of those things were hard to peel. They're hard to peel. So pretty though when the wood kind of dries out and cleans up. It's a pretty thing to behold. Hopefully I'll get over there and get the drone launched today. It's a very much a sunny blue sky day today. Now you can see how nice and shady it is right here. Eventually we will have to take some trees out of here, so we'll have a little more light coming through here. But it never gets super hot here, just because we're kind of in a valley and we kind of have water surrounding us all the way around. Well, at least enough moisture for skunk cabbage to flourish. So that should tell you something. In case you've never heard of skunk cabbage, it's not something you can eat. Or apparently you can eat it, but it seems like it's a lot of trouble and not worth the effort. Because when you're done, it's something disgusting. Chipping away, chipping away. I'd like to take this moment to remind everyone to check out our relax videos. You've had a stressful day, you just need to unwind a little bit, do yourself a favor, don't turn on the television. There's too much crap on the television that's designed to keep you stressed out, so turn it off. Watch one of our relax videos. Or something else like it, you know? Some nature, some bird sounds, some water noises. Or better yet, go out for a walk and find those for yourself. Check them out in person. Way better than on TV. Well, Marcy said my velocity on one of these things is about half an hour. Something like that. 15 minutes? Did she say 15 minutes? Maybe she said 15 minutes. I don't know. But that's, I guess, pretty much one of what we're going to be doing this weekend. and peel some more of these guys and figure out a way to stack them up and get them dried out. And probably in another couple weeks, we'll start cooking them and treating them. And of course, we'll put that on video. It'd be nice to record some of this for posterity. I guess that's probably the only reason we're really recording this, so that when our kids will be able to show their kids or something like that, you know, or at least say, hey, we knew these people that did this, and if they can do it, then why can't we do that? I gotta tell you, I really like it out here a lot more than living in the big city. Not that we're in the big city, but we live close enough to the airport to get a good taste of it. All right, folks. Well, I feel like you got the idea. You got looks like another third of this got to go. So I'm gonna move it over here a little bit. There we go. These are all cut, I believe, at 9. I cut them all at 9 feet. So that's gonna, after putting a couple or 2.5 feet into the ground, that's still gonna give us, 6 feet or better sticking out. And the walls are 7.5 feet at the edges of the holes. So the walls are gonna be almost, 7 feet wide, or a little better than 7 feet after the logs are put on the inside. I think. So anyhow, yeah, that'll be a good amount of stuff in the dirt. Plenty left on either end to cut off, because it's all gonna get whittled away on the ends to fit. So that's the idea. All right, folks. I feel like I'm talking to myself too long. So, I'll see you on the next video. Stay out of trouble.